What is a Bare Act? This one question every student has. In company secretary course, in many places, they say you have to refer the Bare Act, or if you're going to some classes, teacher will say refer the Bare Act. But many students don't even know what is Bare Act. So in this video, we'll try to understand what is a Bare Act. In simple words, Bare Act is nothing but the exact text of the law passed by the legislature. When we say legislature, it can be the parliament if it is central legislature, or state government, the legislature of the state government, depending on what kind of law that is being passed. If it is a central act, the Parliament of India comes into picture. And in CS course, most of it we study the central legislature. So whatever law which is passed verbatim, word to word by the parliament will be released in the official gazette, and that entire set is called as the Bare Act. So for example, so here we have Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. So here it says the Gazette of India, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, effective from 2016, relating to 28th May 2016. So on this date, this law has come. So this is just the first page of the Bare Act. Or for instance, sometimes we have the Amendment Act. So here we have the Companies First Amendment Act 2015. So here also we can call this as the Bare Act. So in Bare Act, as the name goes, it is bare. That means we don't have any interpretation, we don't have any reference, etc. It is exactly what has been passed by the parliament. You might have heard barefoot, correct? That means if you don't have footwear, it means barefoot. Same way, the act does not have any other explanation, any other provision, any other reference. It is just verbatim what has been passed by the legislature. So I'll just show you some examples. So here we have the Indian Contract Act 1872. Your textbook may be having 50 pages, 100 pages, even 1000 pages you may get. But this is just the verbatim Bare Act, where it simply says what is each section and what the section text says. And in this Bare Act, we have also studied interpretation of statutes. So for a Bare Act to be understood, we need certain aids of interpretation, what we call as the internal aids of interpretation. So here we should understand that any Bare Act is subject to interpretation, because the parliament has passed it with one intention, that is to solve the social problem relating to that particular provision, and then anybody can interpret it, whether it is the professionals, the clients, any citizen can interpret the meaning of that particular Bare Act. Then we have some more examples, Sale of Goods Act. Then we have the Partnership Act. This is another Bare Act or only Partnership Act. You may get one book as a commentary which is just 5000 pages, but this is just the Bare Act of the Partnership Act. Yes. Then we have few more over here. National Green Tribunal Act. Then we have the Information Technology Act 2000. These are the Bare Acts. Or here we have the Companies Act with rules, that is the Bare Act, and along with that we have the rules in the end. Now, we will try to understand what are the other kinds apart from the Bare Act. So we have Companies Act ready referencer. So this, the person who has made this book, in our case the ICSI, they have studied the entire Bare Act and made an easy referencer so that everybody understands. So this is not the Bare Act, this is the ready referencer. So what is the supreme law? The Bare Act is supreme. The other things are only for interpretation to make an easy understanding of the law, etc. Or here we have one entire book just about private limited companies. So they have read the Bare Act, understood it, done the interpretation, and made a book only about private limited companies. Or apart from the Bare Act, the other things which you will need to understand is, for example, here we have Company Law Ready Referencer. So Ready Referencer is over and above the Bare Act. For example, if we see here, they have given what is the Bare Act provision, the remarks relating to that is which rule is applicable, etc. Is there any other act applicable? And also they've given some comments over here. So they've given some comments over here. Why? This is not Bare Act, this is the Ready Referencer. So Bare Act, again I repeat, it is only a exact text of the law passed by the parliament or any legislature. So it will not have any meaning, it will not have any, like your textbook, it will not be there. And we have one more, company law manual. Here it will also give things like practical procedures, etc. to understand that particular provision. And your study material or any book relating to that, if we have a look at this, we have company law study material. Even this study material, they have to make it after referring the Bare Act. They cannot make it without the Bare Act. So Bare Act does not have explanations, meanings, examples, case laws, none of it will be there. Exactly the law, as the name goes, it is Bare Act, nothing else, only the act which is passed by the parliament verbatim. So what is very important for us to understand is Bare Acts are subject to interpretation and anyone can interpret. And especially as a student of Company Secretary course, you should study at least the Bare Act of Companies Act, if not the other acts.